Good morning. Happy Monday. It is 8:30 and I'm about to have my workday breakfast. I haven't gone back to my regular oatmeal, which is what I usually have for a workday breakfast. I don't know, I'm kind of enjoying the not escape from it because I really like my oatmeal, but just the change. I'll probably go back either before the end of this week or at the beginning of next week because there's only so many variations of things that I can do in the morning that fit within my budgeted amount of time that I can take away from my desk. So I have 2 pieces of toast with Kraft Light Smooth peanut butter and I think it's Smucker's raspberry jam on there. They were both on sale. Very exciting. And then some tea with a splash of milk. And I peeled about 4 mandarins. I have not gone through the mandarins nearly as quickly as I usually do because they've been in the fridge so that they wouldn't turn bad. But because they're in the fridge, I forget about them. And every time I see them, I'm like, ooh, I should take some out because I don't particularly care for them to be cold. So I need to bring them out to get them to room temperature so that I will want to eat them. And then it just hasn't been happening. So I pulled 4 out, peeled them. They are still fridge cold, but I'm going to bring them over to my desk. And then as they warm up, I'll just have something to nibble on during my workday, because while I'm very excited for this toast, my little peanut butter and jam toast concoction, it will not fill me up as well as my oatmeal usually does. And before the end of the day, I'm going to be wanting a snack. So I'm hoping the oranges will help mitigate that. It's 3:30 on Monday and I'm about to have my dinner. So I warmed up the taco meat that I made however many days ago, and I've made more tacos, and I made 3 even though I discovered last time 3 was too much, but I have fewer toppings in them. So they're not quite as like exploding outwards, so maybe they'll be okay. One is clearly just open to the world, so yeah, at least you can see everything in there, although the meat is completely buried. This is the one I did last and there wasn't quite as much meat as for the other 2. So there's ground beef with the taco seasoning, and in the ground beef, when I cooked it, I mixed in like a assortment of frozen vegetables, and then underneath of the meat, let's go that way, I have sour cream, and then on top of the meat I have grated Tex-Mex cheese, then I have shredded lettuce, some chopped up green onions, chopped up baby tomatoes, and I also put some jalapenos on this one that you're looking at, and then I put like 1 or 2 jalapenos on the other one, and the first one has no jalapenos, but otherwise they all have the same toppings in relatively the same order. I forgot salsa when I made them the first time and only realized like the day after, and I decided this time to not do the salsa because if I open it now, there's these 3 left and then maybe 1 or 2 more tacos left based on how much meat I have. I'm not quite sure. So I wouldn't use all the salsa if I opened it, and I have nothing else that I plan on using the salsa with. So I decided to leave it closed and shelf stable in my pantry, and maybe the next time I do tacos, I'll remember salsa. But they've actually been really great even without it, so I didn't miss it at all. Really, for me, it's about sour cream. I need to have a decent amount of sour cream, which is why I spread the sour cream on the tortilla itself instead of putting it in globs on the top. Like, I know it's supposed to be globs on the top, but then you end up with bites that don't have any sour cream, and the way that I do it, I get sour cream in every single bite. So I just prefer it that way. The only thing is I can't make them aesthetically pleasing because I am using soft shell tortillas and I have nothing to actually help them stand upright. So when I go to eat them, I don't think I can do this. Like, I tuck in the end before I wrap it up so nothing falls out the bottom, and then I eat them that way. But yeah, plated, they're just not cute, but they will be tasty, and that's all I really care about. I am pairing them with a cup of tea with a splash of milk in it. Good morning. It is 8:20 on Tuesday. I have to think about that. It is New Year's Eve day, so it feels like another weird day. I don't know, my timing is all off ever since like last week. It's fine. I'm fine. We're all fine. It's the very last day of 2024. Positive thinking for the future, or at least for breakfast. So I have a cup of tea with a splash of milk. I haven't stirred it yet, and I think the tea bag might still be in there, my bad. So it's kind of molded looking, but it's fine, I promise. And then I have some toast. I have 2 pieces, clearly. One of them has Kraft Light Smooth peanut butter with a banana sliced on top and some cinnamon. The other one has the same peanut butter but also with some raspberry jam on top. Now, that is not the entire banana. I only put as much as would fit nicely on the bread, and then I ate the rest of it. I was going to put it on the side of the plate and eat it later, but it just sort of made sense to eat it first while standing here before filming. I don't know. I'm right about the garbage. Then I can throw out the peel. It was a whole thing. So this will be my very last breakfast of 2024. It is 2:30 in the afternoon on New Year's Eve, and I am having an odd little snack. So I'm not a big New Year's Eve person, but I did get invited out with some friends to go for dinner, but the dinner doesn't start until 8:30, and I usually have dinner around 3:30, depending on what I'm making and how quickly I start making it when I get off work at 2. Today I got off work at 1. So I did some other stuff and I realized like I really desperately need a nap. I mean, I'm up at like a little bit after 5 in the morning and I'm going to be up until midnight, and that's not an unknown thing for me, but I'm tired today. So I want to have a nap, but I think if I have a nap and then wake up and I haven't had a snack, I'm going to be ravenous and I don't want to eat something too close to going out for the dinner. We're going to some like nice pizza place, like a real pizza place, like an Italian one. I haven't been there before. Apparently they have amazing desserts. So I want to be able to fully enjoy whatever I order, but also don't want to be like half starved when I get there and just eat it super fast. You know, you need manners on certain nights of the year, and I feel this is one of them. So I put together a random plate. I really didn't know what to have because most of the things that I have are not snack foods so much as like things that turn into meals. So I have 6 baby tomatoes, 2 of the spicy turkey bites from Pillars. I've got, what did I put there? 6 Ritz crackers. They're these ones. I bought them on the sales during Christmas time. And then I have like a quarter of a thing of cheese. That's this one. I don't know if the crackers and cheese are really gonna go because I haven't had a Ritz in forever. And I don't know, I'm just reading the box and it says it's a real cheddar cheese for the cracker. And then I'm combining it with this cheese, but I don't know. I'm already committed, it's on the plate. And then for a little bit of a sweet, I'm having my very last Cadbury flake. So this will be my snack. I don't anticipate eating anything else before I go. I really don't know, but hopefully not. Hopefully I eat this, I finish the documentary that I've been watching on Disney Plus, and then have a nap because I'm either very old or a child. But either way, I want a nap before I go out. Happy 2025. It is January 1st and we've made it into the new year. I have not had a great start to 2025, not gonna lie. I did not do anything crazy last night, so this isn't like my body trying to recover. I didn't drink. I wasn't out. Well, I mean, I was out late, but I was at a friend's place. We were playing Clue. You know, it was a nice chill evening. We went out for fancy pizza, but for whatever reason today, I woke up with like raging headache and really bad neck pain. And just, you know, concussion life, I guess. So I've been resting most of the day. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon right now, and I decided I really need to eat something. Part of me is like, just have toast. You don't feel great, just have toast. But also part of me is like, if I eat the toast and then the food helps me to start to feel better, I'm going to want something more than the toast. And I don't know, somehow that logic ended up leading me in a little windy route to leftover pizza. So the pizza on the left is a 3-cheese pizza. I cannot remember the types of cheese, I'm sorry, with a walnut pesto base instead of a tomato base. That was my pizza from last night. I ate half of it, clearly, and then I had cannolis for dessert. And then this one is the leftovers of one of the other people at our table, one of my friends. It was a marinara pizza that she added olives to and vegan cheese because she is vegan. So she wasn't going to take it home. And somehow the conversation was like, oh, but give it to Heather. It'd be a shame to waste the food. Everybody else finished all of their pizzas. I was the only one taking any home. And so now I have half of my pizza and then like a couple slices of somebody else's pizza. Okay, you know, like I ate one of the olives last night and I like olives, so fine. I don't know how much of it I'm going to eat. I need to cut it. It's one of those places where the pizza just comes like uncut and they give you scissors and you cut it like that. Hence, I have a knife and fork out ready to chop it all up. I say that like I'm going to chop it into tiny bites, slices. I'm going to cut it into slices. But yeah, so I'm going to eat some pizza. I have a cup of tea with a splash of milk in it. And honestly, I don't think I'm doing anything really today. I'm just going to be relaxing and hoping that this headache clears because I have to work tomorrow. It is 9:13 in the morning on Thursday, and I'm about to have my workday breakfast. So there's two pieces of toast, one with PB and raspberry jam on it, and the other one with PB and a sliced banana and some cinnamon sprinkled on top. I love both versions of this toast, and I very often cannot decide which one I want to have, so I just decide to have one piece of each. I think it's a perfect compromise. I also have a cup of tea with a splash of milk in it. Don't mind my scissors. I oiled them recently, so they're just sitting there kind of sitting there. They can't like soak in the oil, but in my head it makes sense that they sit there with the oil sitting in the joint as if that's gonna somehow magically make it work even better. I mean, they'll loosen up, I know they will, but do you know what I mean? It's not like they're soaking it in. Anyways, I could go off on a whole tangent about this because even I don't understand why I leave them sitting there, but I do. So here, breakfast, toast with various toppings and a cup of tea. It's 2:40 in the afternoon on Thursday, and I'm about to have an early dinner. I have a physio appointment, not until 5, but because traffic will be really bad, I'll need to leave at 4, so I'm kind of trying to bump everything up as early as I can. So you're probably sick of seeing the tacos. I, however, am not sick of eating them, and so I still had some of the meat left over and all of the toppings left over, and since I'm not sick of them yet, I decided instead of freezing the meat, I was going to make 3 more tacos. I did, however, miscount. I thought there were only 3 tortillas in the bag, so I took them out, threw away the bag, and then was splitting up the tortillas and found a 4th. So now I have a 4th tortilla back there just existing. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to put in it, but I'll have to figure out something because I don't want to waste it. So it is 3 tacos, or they are 3 tacos, sorry for my grammar there. They all have sour cream on like the tortilla directly, and then shredded Tex-Mex cheese, and then the meat is put on top of the cheese in an attempt to make it melt a little bit. It doesn't really though. And then I have shredded lettuce and cut up green onion. I was going to put tomatoes, but I don't have any pre-cut and I'm lazy and I didn't feel like cutting them, and I'm perfectly fine with it being like this one time, since all the other times had the tomatoes on it. And while, you know, more vegetables always a good thing, they didn't really make a big difference to me enjoyment wise. So here is my dinner, the 3 tacos, that mysterious, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, tortilla in the background, and a cup of tea that is steeping, which I will add milk to in just a minute. Good morning. It is 8:44 on Friday, and we are at the end of a very weird week. Having a stat in the middle is just odd. Did you find it odd where you are? Because it's definitely weird for me. It was only a 4-day work week, but it felt like it took 10,000 years to get through because of that strange day in the middle. Anyways, I'm not trying to complain, just saying it was kind of odd over here. For my breakfast today, I have a cup of tea with a splash of milk. I have run out of bananas, so both of my pieces of toast today are the same. They are peanut butter and jelly with a raspberry jam. Nothing all that exciting, but I'm still really loving this toast kick that I'm on, so I'm quite happy with it. It's around 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday, and I'm about to have a very simple dinner. I stopped at a bakery yesterday after my physio appointment when I was running errands, and I picked up 1 all-beef sausage roll. And then I've got this. I found this at the dollar store. It's a Knorr butter and herb sidekick. I haven't had a sidekick in a long time, and I used to only get the cheese ones, so I'm not really sure what this one will be like. I thought that they were made with milk. I would have sworn, but maybe that was just the cheese one that I had in the past, because this one was done with water. You just put water, 2 cups, and a tablespoon of margarine or butter into a pot, bring it to a boil, add the package, let it cook for 8 minutes, and then let it stand for 3 to 5 minutes after it's boiled for 8. So I just put the lid on and turned the heat off. I would show you the back of the package with the nutritional information, but I unfortunately used it as a spoon rest, and it's all covered in sort of little bits of sauce, and you can't read it. So sorry about that. But yeah, just a nice simple dinner on a Friday, because I really didn't feel like putting in any more effort than this. It is 12:13 in the afternoon on Saturday, not my regular Saturday brunch. The friend that I usually go for brunch with, her and I are going to go to IKEA instead because I need to buy a lamp. My apartment is so dark. Like, it is the middle of the day, but I'm in a basement suite. It's dim outside, which means it's even darker in here. Like, if you didn't have a clock, you would think it was nighttime, like full on going into nighttime. And I don't have enough lights, and the light overhead has gone out, but it doesn't use normal bulbs. It uses this weird, fancy, stupid thing that costs a lot of money. And since they put the house up for sale and it will be sold who knows when, I'm not replacing that crazy, expensive, weird, strange, stupid light situation when I'm not even going to be living here to enjoy it. So I'm going to IKEA to buy a floor lamp. And hopefully I find a really, really, really bright one that suits my aesthetic and is ridiculously on sale. So she's going to be here in about 15-20 minutes to pick me up. She has to drive because she's got a baby, so she has a car seat, and we haven't figured out how to move the car seat into my vehicle yet. So she will drive, and I need to eat something before I go, because if I have to walk through all of IKEA without some food or caffeine in my system, I may not make it. It is 6:30 in the evening on Saturday, and I'm about to have my dinner. I was at IKEA earlier and I had a hot dog and an ice cream sundae, but it was not enough. So I decided to pull out the pierogies, mostly because I don't want the sour cream to go bad. It's the sour cream that I bought for the tacos that I made for last week. And so I now also, well, not now, I have pierogies in my freezer. And I really want to use, like I said, the sour cream up before it goes poorly. So pierogies, there's I think 6 of them in there. You can't tell because the way like the bowl is, but underneath of them is a mixed medley of vegetables from the Green Giant brand. I think it's like their Japanese mix or something like that. So broccoli, carrots, green beans, water chestnuts, I'm sorry, I can't remember the other vegetables, but a whole bunch of veggies. They're just buried. And then I have a big blob of sour cream on top, since sour cream is the whole point of this meal. I have a cup of tea steeping. I'm going to add some milk into, and let me see if I can get it without ruining this shot. Cinnamon bun. I bought a package of cinnamon buns from, I almost said Costco, from IKEA. I'm going to have one, and I'm going to take the rest upstairs to my friends. Hello, it's a little after 3 in the afternoon on Sunday. I'm getting a little bit of a late start with eating, but it's fine. I got around to it eventually. So I have 2, they're not, I don't really know if they're potato latkes like officially, but they're like IKEA's version. You can get them in the frozen food section. I was at IKEA yesterday with a friend. So 2 of their potato latkes. Some shredded Tex-Mex cheese. That's the cheese that I bought to do with the tacos. I want to try to use it up before it goes bad. And then those sausages that you see there, those are actually the turkey bites, the spicy ones. So I took 2 of them, cut them lengthwise, then cut them in half, put them in the frying pan. Did not expect them to curl up the way you can see those little bits have. So 2 little curled bits, the flattest ones that I could find, are on each of the latkes underneath the egg. If I'd had turkey bacon, I would have done turkey bacon, but I didn't, and I thought I would try this. I don't know that it was like the best choice, but I also don't think it'll be bad. And then I have over easy eggs with some spicy seasoning on top, and then some Kewpie mayo drizzled. Then I have the remainder of the sausages to the side, and I had to cut the eggs because they cooked too large for the latkes, so there's just some of the egg white off the edge to tidy it up a little bit, I suppose. So this will be my first meal of the day. I also have a cup of tea steeping that I will add some milk to. And yeah, it's a little bit of a treat because I wasn't anticipating buying the latkes. So I think it looks pretty good.